Hello and welcome to day 12. So if you'd like to join me at the top of your mat, I'm going to come into that familiar mountain pose that we've found now, making sure that we plant the feet, making sure that our shoulders are back and relaxed, just gently closing the eyes. Just taking a moment to connect with the mat, leaving anything else that's going on in life at the moment to one side. This is just all about you. And today our intention is to remember that we are strong and to find our strength. Slowly opening the eyes up. We're going to breathe in as we bring our arms up over our heads. Really stretching, looking at our fingertips, and then breathing out, coming into a forward fold, bending the knees generously as it's the first one, holding onto the elbows, letting ourselves dangle, feeling the weight of the head and the shoulders coming forwards, feeling the connection of the feet on the floor as they support you. And then as we breathe in, we're going to come up to a halfway lift, flat back, look up, and then cut that down into our forward fold. Breathing in, halfway lift, flat back, look up, and down into our forward fold. Now this time we're going to sweep the hands along the ground, come up into a chair. Feeling the strength in our legs, feeling that strong connection to the ground. Maybe taking it a little bit lower. Continue to breathe, unclench your jaw, and then we're going to very slowly step the right foot back as we come into Warrior One. So we're going to just come out of that pose for a moment, and then we're going to find ourselves back in it. So if you can imagine that your feet are on a railway track, take your left foot forward and allow the right one to come backwards. Now, depending on how your legs and your hips work, you might find that your hips are off to the side a little bit. That's fine. You might find that your back foot needs to turn out a little bit. That's also fine. It depends how your bones are set up in your body. But this is the basic shape we want. And then we're going to bend that front leg. We need to make sure that at all times we can see our toes. We don't want to be going over our toes. We want to keep our core engaged. That back foot's going to stay on the floor, and then we're going to breathe in and bring our arms up over our head and just feel the strength in Warrior One. This is amazing for stability, balance, and you can really feel that foot to earth connection. Keep breathing, and then gently we're going to bring that right foot back to the front and come back into chair. So bringing the foot up, dropping the hips back, keeping the arms out in front of you, and then slowly coming down into a forward fold, holding your elbows and letting everything dangle. Remember to bend your knees generously. And then breathing in, coming up for a halfway lift, flat back, look up, down into your forward fold, breathing in, halfway lift, down into a forward fold, and then sweeping the ground with your hands coming up into chair. Make sure you're sending those hips backwards, keeping those hands up, keep breathing. And then we're going to take our left foot back as we find Warrior One on the other foot. And let's just come out of that pose again like we did before. Getting our feet lined as if we're on a train track. Right foot forward, left foot back. Remembering we have to honour how our bones and our bodies are set up. Bending that front knee, but making sure we can see those toes. Making sure that everything's engaged. Breathing in, taking the hands up over the head. And just notice how this feels on this side. Keep breathing. And then gently bringing the left foot forward, we come down into chair, down into our forward fold, up into our halfway lift, and continue to come all the way up into mountain. Deep breath, eyes closed. Ensuring that your shoulders are relaxed and down. You're not clenching your teeth, and you are remembering to breathe. Opening the eyes. Taking the right foot back as we come into Warrior One. Finding your position, making sure that you're comfortable with your pose, aligning yourself up like we did. Breathing in, bringing your arms up over your head. Breathing deeply. And then taking the arms down and behind you, clasping the hands together. We're going to very slowly, with our core engaged, come into Humble Warrior. So we're going to come all the way forward, your left shoulder towards your left knee, hands up to the sky, head down to the mat, as far as you can get, don't worry. You may wobble, but we're finding our strength and our connection to the mat, finding that strength in our legs. And then big breath in as we push through the feet, come all the way back up into Warrior One. Bringing that foot forward, coming into mountain, closing the eyes. Deep breath. Opening the eyes and taking the left foot back into Warrior. Again, lining yourself up, making sure that you're comfortable with everything. And when you are, bringing the hands up above your head, breathing deeply. And then taking the hands behind your back, clasping them together as we slowly begin to lean forwards, making our warrior humble. Right shoulder towards the right knee, head towards the ground, arms up. Feeling the strength in your feet and your legs, noticing the difference from the other side. And a big breath in as you push through your feet, coming all the way back up into Warrior One. And bringing the foot forward as you come into mountain. Bending the knees, breathing in as the arms go up to the sky, slight back bend. And then coming all the way over into a forward fold, placing the hands on the mat, taking the feet back, small steps as we come into a down dog. And then slowly bringing the knees to the mat, taking a child's pose that's comfortable for you. Breathing deeply. Pushing through the hands, come up, find yourself in a seated position with your legs forward. Feet still engaged, so toes pointing up. Nice straight back. And as we breathe in, we're going to bring our arms up over our head, and then we're just going to bring our chest forward, holding the feet if you can. If it's on the ankles, that's fine. You might prefer to put them on the mat. Closing the eyes and just feeling the stretch in the back of the legs. They've been working very hard for us today. Opening the eyes, breathing in, bring yourself up. Moving yourself back down to a laying position, keeping the feet on the floor and the knees to the sky. Taking the feet as wide as the mat and allowing the knees just to come touch together. Keeping the chin towards the chest. going to keep the left foot on the floor. The right leg is going to come up to the sky. Just support your hand behind the right leg under the knee. No need to pull it, but just support it. I'm just going to allow that to stretch. Taking some deep breaths while we're here. And then bringing that right foot over the left knee. So we're in a figure four, keeping the foot engaged and allowing to feel that stretch. If you feel like you need a little more, you can post your hand through, holding underneath the left knee, ensuring that your back and head are on the mat. And then depending on where you are, slowly begin to unravel, taking the right foot back to the floor, and now raising the left leg, again supporting behind just under the knee, feeling that stretch. If you haven't already done so, you can close your eyes. And then bringing the left foot over the right knee, keeping the foot engaged so you can feel the stretch. Again, if you feel like you need a little more, post your hands through, hold underneath the right, allowing that your head and your shoulders go back to the mat, feet still engaged. And then slowly begin to unravel, bind, turn the feet to the floor. Once more, taking constructive rest, so feet as wide as the mat, knees together. Allowing the hands to rest on the belly. Breathing deeply. Now bringing the feet together, allowing your knees to drop as we come into butterfly. If you need to put a block under each knee to give you some support, that's absolutely fine. And then when you're ready, stretch your legs out into Shavasana, keeping your hands where they are or taking them to the sides, taking any final movements that you need. Finding stillness. Allowing the body to rest and be heavy. Bringing your hands to your heart center. Remembering your intention. You are strong. Thank you for practicing with me today. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.